Hey, what's up? I'm going to show how the JWT authentication works on the client side. So client side JWT authentication and make an actual post request to the API. So if you go in here, you can see I just have this basic test object, and there's a field called test. So I can say this is for YouTube or something. Okay, so you can see that that showed up there. And you go into the API, and then you can go into the test resources, list off all the tests. Go ahead, try out, it lists off all the tests. Okay. One thing you have to realize is this is set up with JWT authentication. So if you look at the curl command, there's this authorization header. So the authorization header has like this barrier, and then after the barrier it has the JWT token. So that's essentially how it's set up. And if you go into the other part of the API, there's this resource called user JWT controller, and essentially this is where you pass the username and password. That'll actually get you the token. So essentially the response of this is the token that you'll use in that authorization header. So if you go in here, if you set your header type to content type, and then you go to localhost :8080/API/authenticate. This is kind of redundant because I use Swagger, but and then you can see send the raw payload, and then you get that ID token. So I'm going to show the Python code now. So essentially we have that authentication point, then we have this data payload. This data payload, I'm using requests, the Python library requests, and it makes a post request to this endpoint with this payload, and then it gets that JWT token back, and that's right here. So if you want the string, you just type this in, that'll give you the string. So, and then we added that additional authorization header. So this is the authorization header, and then we can finally make the get request to the test part of the API and get the response back. Oh man. Okay, close out of it. Maybe it's switched. Yeah, there we go. But you can see it got the first request, got the token back, that JSON token. It's just a string from here. You want to pull the string out and set those headers. So what happens when you don't have the headers in there? So let's run it without the headers. It's kind of annoying. But without the headers, you can see access denied, you have 401, and it gives you the path, and it says that you're unauthorized because you essentially don't have that authorization header with the JWT token. So that's basically how you do client-side JWT against the Jhipster scaffold. Anyways, take care and peace out. Okay, this is gonna annoy me a little bit. What does it say? Can't assign to function call. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's run it and let's actually get the tests back. So these are the tests. This is for YouTube, is in there. Anyways, peace out.